Gracias/thanks to all the artists, creators, friends, fam, y las musas de la vida. Rolling around bed, making love, is always a good time, especially with you. Legacy. Isn't that what really matters? What we should really worry? Forget, maybe, about how we're doing right now, and more about what we're gonna leave behind. But then that's kinda contradictory. We should take care of ourselves, now, if we wanna leave said legacy. Maybe it's a bit of both. Maybe that's what we need. A little bit of balance in order to survive and leave a legacy, or at least a little something so people remember who we are. Realidades antónimas jamás unirán la humanidad. Oye mami, papi, brother, familia, hermanos, primos, sisters y brothers, I love y'all, 'cause y'all are beautiful. Thank you for the moments you give me and for making me who I am. Gracias, puñeta, gracias. Thank you all. Every time I think of y'all, I think of thanking God. But I just thank y'all. I love y'all. In order to be a legend, we must do something amazing. That's what has been culturally created. But really, if you touch someone's life, that in itself can make you legendary. Who am I? What is my purpose in this world? What must I do in my time on this world? 3 important questions we must always ask ourselves if we wish to grow. Rompiendo anillos, uniendo llantos. Money, the source of many troubles, especially for grad students who have little to no income and their jobs are being taken away from them. La nena era non-existent, pero nosotros como quiera la amábamos. Cambiamos algunas cosas, pero repetimos los mismos errors, obviando siempre el cambio. Fernando is my real name and Fen is my nickname. Dito is another. The craziness will never stop. It will never ever fucking stop. Damn it. It long live the experimental. Bro and I just made a short film together. It was nice. I don't know if we were supposed to have fun yesterday, but I know I didn't seem to have much fun. At least you had fun on what seemed to be like a night of a young couple that acted like an old couple, or at least it felt like it. Creating, one of my passions, probably my biggest. One day I'll create life, and that day I might feel completely accomplished. Love has many shapes and forms. We can love a person, an animal, a car, an idea, your art, the act of creating, the art of making love, and the list goes on. Love has many shapes and forms because everything in life, in some shape or form, revolves around it. Those 4 beautiful letters, L-O-V, L-O-V-E, have various shapes and forms. Mind blocked. Rarely does it happen, cause if it does, I just write, randomly, and compare it to the lasers from Frylock. Oh damn, that was terrible. Let me let go of my cock as I write all this nonsense. My mind has a fence, nobody can pass it, not even chickens or cocks. Oops, there I go again, writing random shit that no one will want to read. But hey, give me a break. You try writing when you feel like shit with Mongo on your system. Wish I could physically beat 'em. Yes, the germs. So they can leave me alone. But these motherfuckers wanna tag along. They think this is Ice Cube Kevin Hart ride along. But it ain't. And I'm getting sick of it. So let me drink this OJ to get rid of 'em. Yummy. Hopefully it'll do the trick. Now some Panadol to get rid of this headache so I can write better verses. Hopefully some that will involve my life faces. We seem to be ashamed of our African ancestry, but we shouldn't. We should embrace it, like we have with our European, like we have with our Taino Indian. Embrace it, so we can love each other more. Feeling sick always makes me think about my mortality, how much time I got left, and me pompea to keep working hard to leave a lasting legacy that people will remember me by, but most of all, one that'll make proud all the people in my life. Yup, even the ones I don't know, 'cause when I'm gone, that'll be the only thing people can look up to remember me in some way, shape, or form. They say Valentine's Day is the day to show each other love, but I say that's bullshit. We should show each other love every day. Growing up is never easy, but constant reflection helps out. Another huelga 2010 se aproxima. The economic crisis gets worse and the government seeks to sell public education, destroying it in the process. They seek that as the gateway to solve the problem, but el estudiantado no se quedará quieto. They won't go down without a fight, and so starting today they mobilize to try and put a stop to this constant injustice. Fashion, gotta love it. Sadly, like any art, it can be expensive. Sadly, it is also mostly viewed as a capitalist art form. Hopefully one day the art of it will be the most important aspect, and not so much the money side. Estos días me han dado duro, pero pues, ¿qué se va a hacer? Hay que seguir para adelante. Family is something I cherish very much, and an occasion like this reminds me how much I love them, because despite our differences, we always come together in moments of celebration. Working hard pays off eventually, especially if you're doing what you love. It has been quite a while since I last saw you, bro. Almost a year. It felt amazing giving you a hug, giving you a kiss for a moment there. I didn't think you'd be able to visit. Pretty soon you'll be gone again, so you gotta enjoy this week to the max. We take photos of each other, documenting beautiful moments and sharing them with the world, so they also identify with our stories. Or is it ego? What to do? I don't know. Can you tell me? 'Cause I don't know. I don't feel like I want to see you. Does that mean I don't love you? Three new tats, fresh cut, Dela shirt on, bulldog socks on, fresh palm bucket hat on, pisagna on hand. I'm ready. Javi body. Yourself. Be yourself, love yourself, get out your dreams, leave them be yourself, just be. The wind blows and my recently haircutted hair feels amazing, but when the sun heats up, it melts my thoughts. The trees look beautiful as the pink flowers clothe them, and when they get naked, el revolú que dejan sigue siendo bello. A cada rato me preguntan, do you regret any of your tattoos? And I reply, nah, they make part of who I am. Saw Abuela today. At first she was sad, but when she saw us, a big smile conquered her face. Let the sounds of multiple voices and poets be spat into the paper and note screens I write in, for if I leave them in my head, I might end up dead. Today you turn 25, a quarter of a century, the time you've lived in this world. How does it feel? Soon I will reach said age and it makes me question my very existence. How much time do I got left? How many years are left in the tank? Hopefully a lot, 'cause I got a lot to do. When you see or meet someone you admire, you can't help but feel a weird sensation. It makes you happy, it gets you excited, you can't help it. You gotta show your love. This happened to me today, and while I just gave him a copy of Las Fendejases and bought his latest album, deep inside I was too excited, fangirling. Thinking about it right now, writing about it right now, still feels surreal. A veces, la gente huele bicha, hace cosas buenas. Hanging out with peeps you hadn't seen in a while feels great. What do you do when you're a man and you have to face a god and a devil? Wasting time is the worst thing you could do. You cry a lot, you tell us, 'cause you miss your dear husband. Abuela, don't worry, we miss him too. Mom tells me to go to sleep as I keep working hard. I find it impossible to do. We dress up as our favorite TV, comics, movie, video game characters because we want to escape from this dark, cruel world and live a fantasy at least once in a while. Today we celebrate, yes, today we celebrate another month together. We're getting close to number 8. And it surprises me how much we've endured, how much bullshit we've dealt with, how much we have had to fight for this love of ours to exist. It is truly amazing, but I love it, because it shows just how much love we have for each other, how much we are willing to do for each other so our love can forever exist. I know I'm sounding a bit redundant, but I don't care, because today we celebrate our love. Yes, another month of love. Airports can be quite a thing, quite a thing. You get to see all sorts of characters. Cowgirls, officers, musicians, writers, teachers, painters, sociologists, shopaholics, foodies, jocks, religious folk, scientists, surfers, skaters, brothers, sisters, fathers, mothers, cousins, families, but most of all, adventurers and seekers. Adventurers looking to explore new destinations and seekers of new opportunities and lifestyles. Those gates will provide new chronicles to all those who hop on those metal birds. New moments, new memories, new mental pictures never to forget, to forever revisit, when a little escape is needed. I love it when my peeps are successful, yet strive for more success, 'cause it makes me want to strive for my own success, and even more success after that. I am too attached, need to detached. Throw away the key that locks me, that seals me in this cell. Need to work, need to focus. Detach from the attached so I can get shit done. We Facebook, Insta, WhatsApp, Tumblr, Snapchat, FaceTime, tweet, just to feel a sense of togetherness. But are we really feeling together? Do we feel the love, the vibes, the soul intertwine? Right now, I see you and I'm happy to see you. It makes me feel in love again with you. So I guess that even though we are far apart from each other, the use of Facebook, Insta, WhatsApp, Tumblr, Snapchat, Twitter, especially FaceTime, help us be a bit together, a little close to each other, at least a little bit. Woke up today to the sound of an alarm telling me I survived another night, to get up and get ready for another day, another experience. My eyes opened, and though I felt tired, I got up, scratched the cold out my eyes, and continued this new day, this new experience, this new chronicle, this new adventure, hoping that I would survive like I did the day before. Sometimes our agendas are so full we have to disconnect. Disconnect from those we love in order to complete and achieve the agenda, the goals. Sure, both suffer. You, your loved ones, but when all is said and done, all will be forgiven, 'cause love conquers above all. I sit here, second floor of la cafeteria, y un pichón walks around the entire room. It begs one to ask, how the fuck did it get in? But then you look through the doors, and they're always opened. Today there's a new beginning for a group of over 40 co-workers and friends. Yup, new place, new memories. The job might be the same, but the experiences in this location will be different. Filled with their own grand, with their own marvel. Both good and bad experiences will be held in this new place. But we can only hope that the good surpasses the bad. Me dejaré el pelo largo donde quedarán aventuras, crónicas llenas de sabiduría. For the next few days, Maya will be filled with hooligans doing all sorts of shenanigans, going wild and crazy in the streets, releasing stress, erasing memories, and creating new ones. Some will regret some of these adventures, but there will be moments in history that could potentially end up being shared in the web, for others to see and experience as well. I never ever want to stop writing, I just love it. People ask me why I do it so much, why I continue to publish, what's my strategy. At first I don't know what to say, but I guess upon reflection it is something I gotta do. I can't live without it, it is a part of me. After a lot of work, give yourself a break. Let your body rest. Let your brain rest. Chill. Chillax. Try to read, fell asleep. Signs that rest is needed. Last week of semester, but it doesn't necessarily mean I'ma stop working, 'cause I never do. Athlete mentality, striving for what's best, striving for success, striving to make the best of my time in this world. 24, soon to be 25, feeling like I haven't done enough, never satisfied, never accomplished. 5 books published, don't feel successful yet, 'cause I'm still growing, and I'ma always be growing. Magnum opus, don't have anything close to it yet. Still a Charmeleon on our way to be a Charizard. Still Goku training for Kaioken, not even close to Super Saiyan God, although I am a god, of creation, always creating and experimenting. Mind never stopping, don't see me stopping anytime soon, unless a bullet comes through, and that's a bad thought, but it can happen, 'cause the country's in a crisis, and peeps will do anything to feed themselves, their youth, their peeps, which is why we gotta work hard as fuck, everybody together, to help la pequeña isla salir de este grical en el que estamos. So let us join, artists, teachers, agricultores, engineers, athletes, politicians, doctors, scientists. Let us all join and work for what's ours, before others buy it all off and we become slaves in our own land. It's time to celebrate because we're alive, because we can breathe and drink, hug, kiss, share. We can do everything we propose ourselves to do. It's time to celebrate because we're alive. El gallinero está activado, pero el ruido tiene su excusa. Knowledge is being exchanged in a room inside Colegio's library. Every now and then greatness comes in the form of human flesh, and you can't believe it. Not so long ago, Starman left the building, and yesterday the artist formerly known as Prince joined him. After inspiring so many, after leaving their legacy, they left in peace, leaving us with magic to enjoy for eternity. And now, wherever their energies rest, they will entertain and bring magic to those who have left us. Maybe join forces with other greats that have left us, and continue to bring magic in other spectrums of the universe. Imagine growing up without a mother, without a father, without siblings, without cousins, without abuelos, without friends. Now look at them. All those close to you. Appreciate them. Tell them you love them, 'cause without them, you'd be nothing. Terrible parenting can lead to terrible children, like Yusuke at first in Yu Yu Hakusho. But terrible parenting has its own reason. Maybe the parent had a rough life, like Belly in Oscar Wilde, who never met her blood parents or her eldest sisters, but was raised by a long-distance family that treated her like garbage until La Inca adopted her. Terrible parenting can lead to terrible children, but in order to understand it, we gotta look at the root of the problem. You and I at first were like Yusuke and Kuwabara when they joined forces. But in the end, we were like them in the beginning, rivals, constantly fighting. If I were to die before I were 25, I wish for my peeps to live. Remember me? Yes. Maybe through my words, through my art, but never cry. And if you cry, que no sea mucho tiempo, 'cause you gotta live. Live your life and try to inspire, or do something long-lasting, something everlasting, something that would inspire the youth, the new generation, to do something great, something powerful. I should rest more, 'cause lately I've been falling asleep on the wheel and I don't want to die or cause anybody's death. Today, while driving back home from college, I started falling asleep, so I turned up the music. But I fell asleep. It didn't work. So I woke up and slapped my face, but it didn't work. I fell asleep. I should rest more, 'cause lately I've been falling asleep on the wheel, and I don't want to die or cause anybody's death. After a long day of work, reward yourselves. Always reward yourself. Today, I wrote for my proposal, tutored various people, 2 of which brought 55 combined pages, went to a reunion, did some paperwork. My reward? I watched TPB, ate pinchos and a rellenito, and watched Akira with my brother Angel. I gotta say, it was a good day. Tomorrow, work continues. But after all is done, I will reward myself with a rock show and Joey Party. Saw a man fishing today. I wonder if he caught what he wanted. Hopefully that wasn't his or his family's food supplies for the day. Hopefully he was doing it for fun or work. Hopefully. Hopefully. Gluttony will be my death. 8 cuatro pinchos and un rellenito de tripleta yesterday. Gluttony will be my death. Today I'ma eat a pizza here. Then I'm going to a party. Most likely we'll eat more. Gluttony will be my death. Last Saturday, ate 2 pinchos with my girlfriend. Went to a jazz fest for 2 hours. Then ate a moons over my hammy with fries and tostones from Denny's. Pig. Gluttony will be my death. Gluttony will be my death. I look at an old couple. They look happy. Hashtag relationship goals. Tus ojos son mi constante inspiración, mi querida musa. How talented must one be to master the art of making pizza? How do you earn the title of Master Pizza Maker, or Master Pizza Chef, or King Pizza, or Master Pizza, or Pizza God, or however you want to call it? I don't know how, but clearly the peeps in Papa's Pizza in Cabo Rojo know how. Congrats, guys. Keep at it. Overcoming death can be one of life's toughest tests, but we must always go past it, 'cause those who died would want us to do the best we can with our lives, and not mourn, but celebrate their lives. I love you. I hope we never fight, and if we ever do, and one of us dies, I hope we bring each other back, like Toguro did Genkai. Sometimes you meet people that are so interesting you can't help but add them or follow them on Facebook, even though you most likely won't see them again. But adding them or following them on Facebook can give you some sort of insight of their interesting life, even though in retrospect you wish you had such an interesting life. Even though in retrospect you realize you have an interesting and wonderful life. Today's drive back home was a great one. Upon entering the car and driving off, I knew I would have a good drive back home. I already had gorillas on and was so happy I wanted to shout it from on top of a mountain like Ron Burgundy. And then I decided to call you and decided to meet you before you went to work. And in that brief moment we shared laughs, hugs, and kisses, upgrading my drive back home from a good one to a great one. I look at the last selfie we took together. We look happy, but I remember I found something different in you. You were very focused. Very focused. The type of focus that showed me change was coming. You looked sad too, and that gave me the ultimate clue to the mystery I was looking to resolve. A week or two later, you posted on Facebook how good life was looking. Positive changes were coming. Your Snapchat was proof of this, as you shared multiple images of your workout and test results. Then one day, I saw it. I can finally and officially say that I have completed the application process to be an U.S. Customs and Border Protection officer. Yup, you were gonna leave. I was both happy and sad at that moment. Sad, because I would see you even less than I can now. But happy because you were being successful and reaching goals you had set for yourself. We are accustomed to saying goodbye and adios. And tonight's party, nicknamed Party with the Fiats, sorta kinda serves that purpose. A goodbye, un adios, to you before you go on your next adventure in this journey we call life. But I like to think of it as a till next time, hasta la próxima. Cause I know we'll see each other again. Maybe not tomorrow, next week, next month, maybe not even next year. But I'm pretty sure we'll see each other again. And the love we feel for each other will always be there. So tonight, Hilda, Suilda, Irta, but most of all Lil Sis, I'd like to say till next time, hasta la próxima. I love you, te amo, go forth and conquer. Don't let capitalism decide how and when you should show love, just do it. And trust me, life will be much more beautiful for you and those closest to you. Mi amor, tú y yo somos billones de poemas esperando a ser escritos, como las estrellas, una infinidad esperando a ser contada. Sometimes the simple watch of a movie, TV show, photograph, painting, or listening of a song can transport you to a time in your life that we'll cherish forever. A los seres humanos les gustan los revoluces. Vaya que le gusta el chisme. I mean, I think that's why we like reality TV and soap operas. They are filled with chismes that cause problems. I've been surprised by some of the people that like chismes. Never did I think they'd be into that shit. But, I guess, life's like that. Filled with surprises. And chismes are part of those surprises. In love and war, love always prevails. I mean, just look at Toguro and Genkai and Hiei and Mukuro. Wrestling is fake, many told me as a kid. Yes, it is fake. But so are most movies, TV shows, and video games. Never let an opportunity go, because they might never come back, like M said. They come once in a lifetime. Which is why I try to publish as much as possible as long as the concept is there. Being with you is one of life's splendors that I wish to enjoy every single day of my life. Sometimes getting lost and finding new places can lead to great adventures, great new memories to create with friends and or loved ones. Dressed good today, swinging like Manny Rivera, out to conquer the world, nobody to stop me like Scarface minus the crime. 'Cause this artist's not a con, he just likes to live life to the fullest and have some fun. Be grateful for it, those around me, 'cause without them I'd be nothing. So I walk out my house with my Manny Rivera flow, nature boy Ric Flair wooing, 'cause life is like joy, and boy, is there a lot to enjoy. You are an uplifting spirit. You go inside a room and make everyone feel good and make everyone feel nice. You are the physical manifestation of what we mean when we say good vibes. You are an uplifting spirit whose beautiful smile can make sad into happy. You are a beautiful soul, one who I admire and wish to spend more time with in the upcoming years. You are an uplifting spirit. Please don't ever change that. Spending time with you is like a breath of fresh air, or like a cup of cold, fresh, clean water going down my throat on a hot summer day. 'Cause you are one of those people who is strong, who accomplishes goals, and when push comes to shove, you say fuck that, and always keep pushing to achieve your dreams. Those sleepless nights in your master's degree are proof of this, and I'm pretty sure whatever goal you set for yourself in the future you will accomplish. 'Cause you're like that. You strive to be better. You strive and strive for more. And even when you deviate from what you do regularly, you always give it your all, which is why you always succeed. You never give up. You never, ever give up. Your smile makes me smile every time I see you, 'cause it is uplifting like a bright sunshine on a beautiful morning, or the sweet chirp of a pollito who walks alongside mommy chicken. I know that was a weird metaphor, but I think those are two beautiful things in life, and your smile, your beautiful smile, is another one. Every time I see your smile, I can't help but smile, 'cause that alone lets me know what a beautiful person you are, inside and out. I look at the couple in front of me, and they don't interact. They're just attached to their cell phones, and it makes me sad. Not a word exchange. Who knows? Maybe they had a fight. Maybe they're angry at each other. Maybe they're stressed. Maybe they're sad. So I shouldn't judge. No, I shouldn't judge. I look at her wallet, and it's full of credit cards. What a sad sight. She might be in debt because of multiple reasons. She's in need, or worse, she's a shopaholic, or worse? Man, I don't know which is worse. They're both horrible situations. She might be in debt, and that's a status nobody wants to be in. I sit here reflecting on metaphors to use, but I'm just terrible at it. I don't know why, it's hard for me. I guess I can do similes, but even that is hard for me. I don't know, maybe I'm in a poetic funk. Don't feel my poetría is good. That's the problem of being an artista. You are never satisfied with your work, or at least not always. Sometimes you're in a creative wave where the juices are never ending, but at some point the mind kinda gets tired, and you don't produce work you consider worthy of a while. And it sucks, 'cause you fall into some sort of depression. I guess you can call it artistic depression, 'cause you feel like shit, like your work ain't worth it. Like, why should I continue? But at the same time, you gotta tell yourself why you've always done it. And in my case, it's 'cause I've always loved doing it. And 'cause it has saved me in moments of anger, sadness, and overall bad vibes. So, no worries. Those creative juices will come eventually. Don't worry. Just inhale, hold it, exhale, and chile-a. When I write verses, la llorona empieza a llorar, porque sabe que lo que hay es muerte, pero a la misma vez positividad, porque lo que se expresa es un hombre con capacidad alguien que vomita letras llenas de sabiduría, aunque a veces la gente se ría, se sabe que él crece cada día. Así que mala mía si te pongo a pensar, pero esa es una meta que tengo en la mente cada vez que me pongo a escribir. Solo espero que tú puedas fluir y puedas sumergir en mis líricas sencillas de un chamaco de cuarto año de la high, porque cuando escribo parece que estoy high, pero la verdad es que estoy high on life, volando por los aires como Jordan en una Nike, o Jordan en una Jordan, volando más alto que mi brother Jordan que se va para USA, volando más alto que todos mis boricuas que se van, buscando oportunidades por lo global, porque cuando pienso en lo rica que es la vida me pongo a volar, como unicornios en arcoíris, mírame al iris y verás felicidad. A veces sadness porque todo el mundo la enfrenta, pero mayormente felicidad, porque lo que hago es chilear y enfocarme en libertad de la mente, en la paz de mi gente, velar que caminen con la frente en alto, una dirección mental que los lleve a ser successful in life, because that's what it's all about, being successful at whatever you set your mind to, which is why you can't please two before you please one. Yes, primero a ti y después a los demás. Love yourself first before loving the rest, and always love the rest as you would you, because you can't please two before you can please one. My verses strike you like punches from Tito Trinidad, so no te metas con este hombre lleno de capacidad, listo para decapitar y dejar la gente pensar en el error que han hecho al enfrentar, al retar este asesino de la lírica. No te miento, todo es verídico. Busco la evidencia en la lírica que vomito día a día. Chonqueo más palabras que la cabrona academia, porque combino lo formal con lo callejero y lo del internet. Endless abecedario, más largo que los segundos del calendario. Cuidado, apenas estoy calentando. Estate quieto, mira quién está enfrentando. Dios hecho en carne y hueso mezclado con el diablo, porque no le tengo miedo al asesinato lirical, porque mi mente es un crical, y pronto la tuya lo será también, porque una vez me expreso se te queda pegado en la mente, así que piénsalo 2 veces antes de enfrentarte a este combatiente, porque en esto de la letra así como Mortal Kombat, hasta la muerte. People out here are going crazy, willing to kill to feed their breed, and that's understandable, wanting to feed their breed, that is, but they just keep leaving trails of their seed. Then they beat others, leaving them to bleed and no room to breathe and no chance to flee. Murderers are out there for free, but they'll argue they just did it out of need. But they shouldn't kill in order to live. They should act against that which doesn't let them be. If they're broke, they should job hunt in the government or the private empires. If not one that takes them, they should make their empire. Set the world on fire with your business. Make them regret not hiring you. Show 'em you can bring it too. Get out of the streets. Make 'em bow at your feet. Show 'em you are the embodiment of greatness. That those messing with you end up faceless as they bury themselves in shame. And in your eyes there grows a flame. And you rise up in fame. But don't let the fame ruin you. Remember your roots. And those that brought you and helped you. 'Cause empire building is never done alone. Remember this advice, 'cause I'm gone. La uni me robó dinero, pero no me quedo quieto. El sistema interfiero y lo prendo en fuego. Con el mensaje lo entierro y surge uno nuevo. Hopefully este será bueno. Si no, pues lo tumbamos como el previo y lo llevamos para el infierno, donde Satán será testigo del demonic castigo. Y se arrepentirán de lo que han hecho. Pero ya es tarde, dejaron gente sin techo. El daño ya está hecho. Next time think things through before taking decisiones, porque sus acciones can have some negative effect on other personas. Así que chilea con take it easy before taking big decisions, because they will affect others. Fathers, sons, brothers, sisters, daughters, mothers. Escribiendo lírica me dicen Lebrón, porque mi work ethic tapar de cabrón. Escribiendo poetría y también te escribo una canción, lo más probable una que comience el vacilón, o unas con líricas que te dejen en el piso, te dejan cuestionando cómo carajo lo hizo. Es que cuando me pongo a escribir nunca me friso, a todas las cucarachas del género las aviso. Y esto no es tiradera, solo una estupidez callejera. Mira a todo el mundo y le doy gracias a esta nueva era, porque salimos con la sangre festejera y con gente inteligente con la frente al frente. Por ende terminamos con un mundo combatiente, usando el party como símbolo de anarquía, pariciando como loco todos los días. Esa es la mentalidad de nuestra vida y eso me inspira a escribir más poetría. Pero me retiro, que ahora me voy en la mía. Me dicen que mi work ethic está cabrón, pero lo que busco ser es el rey como LeBron. Poetría para mí es una bendición, cuando me expreso suelto la fendición. Trato de evitar la repetición, buscar mi nombre en el diccionario, me dicen el rey del abecedario. Octavo mes del año, ahí está mi cumpleaños. Lo voy contando en mi calendario porque busco celebrarlo. Me pararé en una montaña para gritarlo, invito a mi dama para bailarlo, invito a mis panas para pariciarlo. Invito a mi familia para cantarlo. El día se aproxima, hay que hacer los arreglos para que todo esto quede perfecto y fuerte como el hierro. Este año no me encierro, este año lo celebro. Estoy maquinando en el cerebro las cosas que pasaron, canciones que vamos a tocar, toda la gente que se pondrá a bailar, cuántos se escaparán a chichar, porque eso siempre va a pasar, cada vez que vamos a festejar. Sé que a veces mis rimas no tienen sentido, pero solo quiero rimar, aunque nunca vaya a cantar, mucho menos rapear, porque lo que hago es vaguear y vegetar, aunque otras veces lo que hago es trabajar. Soy que esa me paradoja, cuidado cuando los coja. Vengo con las manos rojas, mucho tiempo escribiendo, si te estoy aburriendo, pues lo siento. No soy bueno en lo del entretenimiento. Dame tu cerebro, a ver si lo caliento. Bienvenido al caldero, lleno de ideas, letras y mensajes que te penetran la mente, porque quiero que seas consciente que el gobierno coge de pendeja a la gente y es hora de ser más inteligente que ellos y dejarles saber que esto no es de ellos, que esto es de todos, que se comen porque si no me los como a lo Cannibal Hannibal. Me dicen que me calme y chilee con Take It Easy, porque si no me levantan al present. Pero es que cuando empiezo a expresarme, no hay nadie que pueda pararme ni alcanzarme. Soy el sinónimo de hardest working man alone, porque la vida es corta y ya voy para 25. Por eso, si me ves, siempre me la paso escribiendo, no importa dónde sea, también me la paso leyendo, siempre algo produciendo, día a día creciendo. Lo siento, no quiero lo que me estás vendiendo, me la paso ahorrando para poder seguir creando y en el futuro viajando y en la madre del gobierno cagando, porque hay que cambiarlo. Viene, vamos a educarnos, y si nosotros no podemos, futura generación, vamos a ayudarlo. Con esto me despido, para dejarlo pensando. 24 years as a father, Papi has. I wonder how I'll feel if I ever get to that. I asked him earlier how it felt. He said, cansado, pero bien. I assume the cansado comes because he's been working a lot lately. Like him, I constantly find myself being tired out of the amount of work I put into my craft. I mean, yesterday alone I made 2 videos. One for 3 of my poemas, the other for Grompa. So, upon reflection, I think, if I do end up being a dad for at least 24 years, and my kid asks me what I asked my dad, I think I'll say the same. Cansado, pero bien. Saw that kid as a baby. Now I'm 24. He's about 14. Now I'm feeling old. With that, tumbando mangos, aprovechando el tiempo, because it doesn't last long. I look at the sky and question how such beauty is even possible. But at the same time I say, fuck it, and enjoy the view. Our world is filled with darkness, this is true, but we must never lose sight of the beautiful light that we can find. War can truly bring the inhumanity inside all of us. It can truly show the devils, the beasts we can be when we are put in atrocious, terror-filled, inhumane situations. I have no idea how the field of war feels like. I can imagine it's like in those Spielberg productions, Private Ryan, Band of Brothers, The Pacific. God knows I never want to be in the shoes of any soldier, having to kill a fellow man for mere survival due to some problem that could probably be handled with words, or due to some assholes who's power hungry. God knows I never wish to be part of war. I never wish to feel or be part of the hell many have to go through in war. But something tells me that something similar to war might emerge, if we don't fix the current problem we are all facing. And no, it might not be a world war like our grandfathers and great-grandfathers before us, but it might be a civil war. Sadly, a civil war that will lead our Isla del Encanto into a chaotic downfall. God knows I never wished to be part of war. God knows I believe in Dr. King's peace mentality. God knows I wish we could solve everything in peace using our words as bullets. But something tells me we might have to apply Malcolm's philosophy when things go raw in this continuous unfair state that we live in. Families are their own little communities, villages, worlds, but in order to maintain them, there is one important aspect, one important factor that must always exist, and that is LOVE, love. I see the kill graves everywhere, especially in the form of politicians, especially in the form of religious leaders. Sad how people can easily be manipulated. Sad how people can be so easily controlled. You can see the kill graves in government buildings, you can see the kill graves in churches, you can see the kill graves in government buildings, you can see the kill graves in churches. Imagine this. A ballerina dances while a guitarist plays his guitar in the middle of a river, just like walks in River Rock. Subo a la tarima con Guille de King Kong porque mi liriqueo está cabrón como LeBron, aunque también es goofy como Chonky Kong. Estoy lejos de llegarle a Robertito Chong. Te escribo poetría, pero no una canción. Pero esté de seguro que lo que escribo es con amor.